Okay, very good morning to everyone. Okay, my name is Mohan.
And I'm Edmund, and today we'll be presenting the DMA Air Data Test Set by DMA.
Okay, so today what we'll be doing is that we're going to be showing you guys a brief overview of how to use a air data test set. Okay, so we'll be running a few simulations on this regarding the control set by setting a few parameters using this button, and then we'll be doing a leak test.
Okay, from the top left corner here, we have the on-off switch. Depending on what kind of input you're going to use, you can either switch it to on if you're using a wall plug, or if you're using an external power bank, you can switch it to the lower setting, external power. And this is the input for the power to go into. This is a ground port, and a fuse in case there's too much static discharge. And over here we have two static and pitot ports. One pitot port is for the positive pressures, and the static is for the negative pressures, aka vacuum. And over here we can see the controls for using this air data test set. And as you can see, there's many functions here. And that concludes the thing. Now we'll be starting up the air data test set.
Okay, so how you basically start up the air data test set is basically if you're using an external power unit like this, you need to use a wire like this with a male and female input and output. Okay, so basically you need to connect it like that and like that. But for today's instance, since we have a power point instead, what we'll be doing is that we're using a wall plug with a 2-pin plug. Okay, and then we just use this outlet to power up. So you fix the heads like this, and then we'll just tighten it. And once it's tightened, it's tight, all you need to do is just switch the button up to on, and you'll see the screen light up.
Automatic venting will commence. And as we can see, it's going to be the pressure values will all go to ambient settings. Okay. Now the automatic venting has concluded, we can carry on with our simulations. We are doing our first simulation by setting the target SP to 300 knots to simulate pressure and showcasing the control mode. So simply select SP, type in 300 and enter, and set it to control mode. And now the simulation will run. In 1 minute. Okay, now that airspeed has reached 300 knots, we can set it to measure mode, and then we can do a leak test. We have to let 1 minute elapse for the system to stabilize, and another 1 minute to check for any leaks. So the parameter that we're looking for is airspeed leak at the moment. Now that 2 minutes has elapsed, the values here have been stated. So as you can see, 0.7 knots have leaked over the past 2 minutes 36 seconds. And to see whether this is acceptable or not, the aircraft maintenance manual must be checked. If it's not acceptable, we must make sure to make the proper changes. And for airspeed, we are actually checking on the pitot port. We are using the pitot port, sorry. As airspeed is positive pressure.
Yeah. Okay, for our next simulation, we are supposed to set a parameter of altitude to 5,000 feet. Okay, but however, to set it to 5,000 feet, we need to increase the rate of climb. So if you increase the rate of climb, it varies upon different aircrafts, because if you are to set a different rate of climb, it might exceed some of the aircraft models such as Boeing or Airbus. So you need to check on our maintenance manual to see what is the proper setting to set. So as of now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to set this to 5,000 feet, and the rate of climb, since it's a simulation, I'll set it to 1000. I have to press the control. Okay, as you can see now, the altitude has reached 5,000 feet. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the measure control button. Okay, and then I'm going to click the leak button. So once I click the leak button, same thing as what Edmund said, we'll be going to take 1 minute for it to stabilize, and then another minute for it to get its reading from there. And altitude, how we will measure it is using the static port, because altitude is a negative pressure. Okay, as you can see now, the timer has reached 2 minutes. So right now, what's the parameters we're going to look at is the altitude leak. So the altitude leak, we need to depend on the, right now it's a negative 56 going up slowly. So at the point of time, you guys must check the AMM, which is the aircraft maintenance manual, to see whether is it suitable for the aircraft. Once it's suitable for the aircraft, it'll be okay, but if it's not, you need to change it respectively. Okay, and the timing taken also depends on the AMM, depends on the aircraft model. Okay, so for now, how to off the air data test set is basically press the measure button after that. Okay, and then we're going to click shift and vent, and you'll start venting out all the pressure that's stuck outside to the ambient pressure, so that you'll be able to off it. Okay. Here we are. Okay, now that the venting has completed and it's reached ambient pressure, so the simple thing you need to do is just click the on to off button, and there you go, it's off. So with that, we'd like to conclude this video, and thank you for watching.